What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, and today I'm checking out the Grim Workshop for July 2022 monthly subscription. This is $20 a month. If you're not familiar with Grim Workshop, they started out with credit card style tools and those kind of flat metal credit card tools, and moved on to dog tags, micro tools, and other kind of supporting products. So they make a lot of different stuff, all geared around EDC. They're not meant to be kind of replacements for your real tools or real versions of the items. They're meant to be kind of that tool that you have on you. They're simple to carry because they're flat and are meant to be held in different ways. Like I said, credit card can you slide in your wallet, or the dog tags you can slide on one of those ball chains and wear them around your neck. And so a lot of different applications for those, and they usually give you a really good value. You pay about 20 bucks and you'll usually get 40 to 50 bucks worth of items. So I actually already sliced this open. My phone rang and had music on it as a ringtone, so had to kind of start over. Had only gotten 2 items in, so it wasn't very far, but shoved them back in there and gonna take a look. Most of these items are gonna be a surprise still, except for the first 2, assuming I put them back on top. But up first I have, well, I guess this was one of the items, the business card that doubles as a spool. These are cool little business cards. I always save them because you never know when you'll need them. You can cut a little slit into here. Sometimes I think they do have a slit already, but I don't see it on this one. But you can cut a little slit in here to put the end of some line or thread or whatever you want to thread around here, just wrap it around. And it's a good way to store smaller line. Obviously for bigger line, you're probably not going to want to use this, but for smaller stuff like, again, fishing line or thread and that sort of thing, it works really well in these spool cards. Up next was a tip card, and so yeah, same first 2 items, which was, this one is trapping, and it's a pitfall trap. And number T2, I think they usually have these listed at 185, but I'll confirm on the content list when we get it out. The business card obviously isn't one of the items, it's just kind of a dual function item that works. So again, a trapping card for a pitfall trap. I like getting this kind of stuff because I'm not someone who does any sort of trapping, so it's easy to throw these cards in a backpack if you're going hiking or camping and that sort of thing, and have that knowledge on you for something that you're not as knowledgeable about. And so nice to be able to throw these in there. They're small, take up no space, and can give you some extra resources when you're out and don't know how to do something. So next up, it feels like, well, actually this is the Spool micro tool. So this is also going to be a spool, and it's just one of their micro tools. You can put a bunch of them on a keychain. This actually comes with a little keychain, and most of them are going to be a little bit wider than this, but about this size. And again, just meant for spooling. Like this says fishing or sewing kits and that kind of thing. So similar to what you'd use a business card for, but this is obviously going to be a lot more durable because it is made out of metal. So that's pretty cool, and I think pretty cheap in general on their site. Next up, we actually have the content list, so I'll save this for the end, but can confirm the Spool micro tool is $5.89 and the tip cards are $1.85. So both relatively cheap, so not going to be considered your main items there. Next up is a Roundabout spring trap. So these are kind of used for building trapping kits and that sort of thing. And the Roundabouts are a new kind of tool, I guess, shape for them. They have, well, actually I don't think it's them. Exotac made this kind of fishing lure. I forget what it's called. It's like $100, but it's round. It has, you can put fishing line around it and store gear on the inside. And so they partnered up with Grim Workshop to make these Roundabout tools, and they have a few of them when it first launched, and then now I think they probably have about 10 of these different tools. So first one for me, kind of cool to see that. I don't have the Exotac fishing tool or whatever they call it. It was pretty pricey. If I remember, it was maybe around $100, so pretty pricey. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick it up, but it's still cool to get these in different form factor. You can put this in like a mint container, not necessarily Altoid, I guess you could, but they have those round, like the icebreaker ones, for example, might be a good way to store these round tools. But pretty cool, and this one is $14.95. So right now we're right around the value of that $20 that we're paying. Still a few items left. Next up, we have a gardening tip card. This is also going to be $1.85. This one's for plant cuttings and how to prepare them and plant them and grow them. So pretty cool also. I don't necessarily have a green thumb, but I do enjoy planting plants, so kind of a cool one. Not necessarily something I would think about when going out in the wild. I guess in theory they're telling you how you can kind of cut a wild plant and cultivate it and grow it, but probably not encouraged to be taking things out of the wild, so not necessarily one that I would pack, but still helpful to have if you're into gardening or just want to get into gardening. Next up is another roundabout tool. This one's our eating tool. So this is kind of like a spork, a flat spork. It looks like it has a bottle opener, a can opener. Not sure how effective that can opener would be because it's so thin, but still has a can opener, so that's nice, as well as maybe a bit driver. It looks like there's kind of a hex shape opening on the end there. Not sure if it is meant. Let's actually open this up. They put a card in there that tells you a little bit about it, but the tool is obviously blocking it. So let's get it out of there so we can read if that was meant to be a bit driver or if it's right size to be a bit driver. But not necessarily something I would use a ton. I do like to keep a spork and that sort of thing in my car and my work bag, but this one I would probably want to be more for backup type thing. So again, would probably put it in the same type of kit I would put the other roundabout tool, but cool to get in there. I haven't seen this one before. I'm not sure if that was in the kind of 10 or so that I was talking about or if that's another new one, but bottle opener is including a fork, bottle opener, can opener, careful it's sharp, and a rounded end for scraping and cleaning pots and pans. So the other end for scraping and cleaning, which I could definitely see. This tool conveniently fits perfectly into the Exotac X-Reel hand caster cavity. So I guess that's what it's called, the Exotac X-Reel. And again, I'm pretty sure that's around $100, which feels a little bit pricey to me. I am somewhat interested in picking it up, just not necessarily at that price point. So if it comes down a little bit or I'm able to find it a little bit cheaper or with a coupon code, I may pick it up at some point. But it does not mention that doubling as a bit driver, so I might have to test that out on my own. If anyone's curious, I can put in the description whether or not that will function as a bit driver. Even so, it's pretty thin and it wouldn't be the most comfortable, kind of an awkward bit driver if so. So there's definitely better options. But again, these are meant to be the tool that you have on you, not necessarily the best option for the job. So cool to see that in there. Again, one I haven't seen. And it feels like the last item is, interestingly enough, actually just a tin for storing those, I guess. So I guess they're aware that most people probably don't have that Exotac X-Reel yet, and some may not get it at all, so giving you an option to carry it. It does look like mine's a little bit dented, which is fine, but right up on the top there's a little dent, and that makes sense. These are packaged in basically some bubble wrap envelopes, and so they can definitely get banged up a little bit, so not the biggest deal in the world. Doesn't bother me a lot. Oh, actually interesting too, is that this is twist open. I was expecting to just pull it open off, but you actually twist it open. Looks like there's some sort of liner on the top that would probably keep it from rattling a little bit. Would have been nice to get one on the bottom too, because these will definitely rattle around if you have only a few in there. But it would be interesting to build some sort of kit around this tin, and I may try doing that in the future. I'm about to be traveling, so I probably won't do it anytime soon, but maybe when I get back I'll try and build a kit. And this tin is pretty dinged up just all the way around, which again, is kind of to be expected in the way it's packaged. Not the biggest deal in the world to me, but if that bothers you, I'm sure if you contact them, they'd send you a new one. But I'm definitely not gonna do that. So overall, you get the Spool micro tool listed at $5.89, the Roundabout eating tool at $14.95. So right there, you're over $20 that you're paying. Roundabout trapping tool, again, $14.95. So right now we're at $35.80 or so. 2 of the tip cards at $1.85, so 36, 37, 38, 39, and then $4 for the roundabout tin, so we're at around $43. Probably a little bit under because I was rounding everything up by 5 to 15 cents, but around $43 for all of those. You also always get a coupon code, so this one is Roundabout in all caps. And it's to celebrate the release of our new roundabout tools. We're offering BOGO buy one get one 50% off on all our roundabout tools. Just use coupon roundabout in all caps at checkout. So if you're interested in checking those out, you can definitely use that coupon code as well. They're not unique to the subscription. More than one person can use them. So definitely use that if you are interested in checking them out. I'll also have a affiliate link down in the description below. If you are using anything or going to purchase anything, definitely consider using that. It helps the channel out at no additional cost to you. They just send me a commission if you use that link. But pretty cool package this month. I'm excited about the Roundabout tools. Like I said, I've been on the fence about getting the Exotac X-Rail just because of the price, but cool to check out some of the tools. I hadn't really thought about picking the tools up separately just because I guess wasn't getting the tool they go with, but it's nice that it comes with this tin. And like I said, when I first saw them, I was just thinking, oh, I can throw these in kind of a icebreakers mint container or something similar that's round like this, or even like chewing tobacco tin would probably work, that kind of thing. So a lot of different options there. So cool to see those since they are newer tools. A lot of people probably don't have them yet. But let me know what you think of this month's package. Again, around $43, so decent value. You're paying $20 and some pretty cool tools in there. So again, I don't do a lot of trapping, but I'll definitely throw this in a kit just because, well, I don't do any trapping, let me be clear. But we'll definitely throw it in a kit. It's nice to have it, and you know, maybe one day it'll come in handy. Not anticipating this being something I carry on a daily basis, so more for camping or hiking trips, that sort of thing. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And as always, hope you have a great one. Take care.